Reality After Show. We are back. House of Villains, Episode 2 Roundtable. Myself, Matt Bischoff from Survivor Caramoan. Wayne Memmott, stand-up comedian from Cincinnati, Ohio. Dan Montchal, loser Survivor fan that happens to be on the podcast.
But no, challenge expert.
Oh, yeah.
Challenge expert.
I'm just fucking with you.
Are you a House of Villains expert yet, Dan, or can we not write that yet?
I'm getting close. I think give me another episode or two, and
keep us posted.
He's more of an expert than me, which isn't saying much. But Jonny Fairplay. No.
I was on Johnny Bananas podcast talking House of Villains, and I explicitly said that Dan Montchal and Alex Trias are challenge experts because
said on 2 podcasts. Factual.
Yeah. And that's pretty sick because Johnny Bananas, every day FedEx and UPS and all these delivery people come to my work and deliver shit. And they're all the time like the challenge and Johnny Bananas. And I'm like, dude, Fairplay's on this show, House of Villains, and they're all tripping out. They love the challenge and all that stuff. And you guys are doing a great job.
Bananas, actually, I don't think I know. Johnny Bananas likes House of Villains more than the challenge.
Wow,
he literally said it.
That's crazy.
If someone wanted to meet Johnny Bananas, Johnny, don't you have an opportunity for that?
Oh, I don't. I mean, how would that even happen?
You mean Mr. Jonathan Bananas Pudding himself? That's what his full name is. That's his. That's what it's
actually. I just watched episode 3. There is a Bananas family lineage remark from Joel Campbell, and I didn't catch it at the time, and I'm dying watch. So
Mr. and Mrs. Bananas.
Yeah, and all the ships at sea. So, he did not do that. Shout out Don and Mike fans. So I guess I'll do this reverse order. This Thursday night, I will be in Clearwater, Florida. That's right, Hogan's Hangout. Peek behind the curtain. Hulk Hogan will be there. Yes. So it's me, Johnny Bananas, and Jax Taylor. We will be watching House of Villains this Thursday night, 8:30 VIP, 9:30 general admission. Go to villaintix.com. That's villaintix.com. Clearwater, Florida. Hogan's Hangout. This is going to be insanity. Ticket sales are through the roof. VIP will sell out on this one, folks. I guarantee it. Dan Montchal, you're going to be there.
I will be there.
So, are you?
Sexy Dan.
You're VIP, right?
Huh?
Are you VIP?
Yes.
VIP. He should be on the flyer. He should have been Jax Taylor. You bringing your noodle bags, Dan? You got noodle bags?
I don't. May have to invest. Buy some on the drive down.
Well, I don't know where you find noodle bags, like for noodlebags.com. So it's gonna be crazy. The following week, me and Jax are gonna be in Charlotte, North Carolina at Protagonist Beer in Loso. I guess there's only one Protagonist Beer right now, so I don't really need to clarify.
Cool.
Good.
They're doing a remodel on the other one. And the night before, I'll be there for a Survivor viewing party. Tickets available for both those Survivor Tix and villaintix.com. That's November 1st and 2nd. And then the following week, I'm going to be in Chicago at Bounce Sporting Club. I got a bunch of Survivors on November 8th, and then November 9th, I think I'm not positive. So I know I have Jax. I might have Bananas as well for Chicago.
Ooh.
And or no, is he not doing Chicago? No, I think I got Jax. I think I might have both for Cincinnati. So we'll get to what's going on with all that. And then tomorrow, hold on. Is this okay that I don't know if I should share this, but I guess I probably should. Let's see. I do a Talk Villain to Me podcast, and I have Jax Taylor as my guest tomorrow at noon.
I know, and I found out about this. So for those that are listening to this podcast, wherever you get your podcast, if you want to support this podcast, the best way to do that is to become a patron, where we have like a Q&A that we do, and we cover Australian Survivor and all kinds of different things that we do. And trust me, if you want the real nitty-gritty, behind-the-scenes, emotional-ass shit from House of Villains, become a patron. If you don't like it, Johnny will give your money back.
That's right.
It is so fun, but realitypatron.com. And listen, we have been talking nonstop House of Villain stuff. I've been learning stuff on our Q&A that we just recorded earlier tonight that I did not know.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff you do not want to miss. If you're a fan of reality TV and you want to see Fairplay and all this stuff, do it. Try it. Trust me.
Yeah.
I would be a patron if I wasn't on this podcast.
All right. So we're recording this Monday night at 10:54 p.m. So Tuesday, October 24th at noon. If you like to watch live, it's youtube.com/aftershow. That's where you can watch live me and my special guest, Jax Taylor, who did not know that I sabotaged him until this past Thursday night. We will discuss that fully, but let me, if you guys will indulge me, I have one last thing to promote. It is this Wednesday night because, dude, I watch Survivor, I follow Survivor, I talk about Survivor, I do Survivor viewing parties. This Wednesday night, the night before me, Bananas, and Jackson, Clearwater, Florida, I'm going to be in Clearwater, Florida at Hogan's Hangout with Mama C. From Survivor season 30, the Dirty 30, and Janet Carbon, the master of the fire. She is the fire lady. So they will both be there. I'll be doing trivia during the commercial breaks, and it's going to be nuts. Go to survivortix.com, survivortix.com. That's this Wednesday, October 25th. Join us at Hogan's Hangout. I don't know. I think the Hulkster is going to be there for both of them, but don't tell. I'm not supposed to say anything. Did I just say it out loud? It's fine. So go to survivortix.com this Wednesday, Hogan's Hangout, Clearwater, Florida. Me, Mama C, and Janet. It's going to be nuts. survivortix.com. Thank you so much for indulging me, guys. So, I'm going to be in Miami. I'm going to be in Durham with Jesse, like November 15th or something. Go to survivortix.com and see. And then I'm going to be with Shake and Corinne in Shake and Corinne in Miami. And so villaintix.com. Just look and you'll see all the dates. Get your tickets. All of those VIP will sell out. Someone's asking, will Survivor UK episodes be on Patreon? That is the plan. I just if everything goes right now, I don't even know how you can watch House of Villains. Like the first 2 episodes were on YouTube. We were told we did 6 hours of press the week before the show premiered, and we were told, mention that the show was, is live every week on E. You can watch through YouTube TV or Hulu Live, day of or Sling Blue, and then the next day you'll be able to watch on Peacock. That has not been the case. And last I heard, there was a 3-week delay before it's on Peacock or whatever. But E came through and had the full episodes on youtube.com. E Entertainment. They were all pulled today. They are not on YouTube.
That sucks.
Episodes 1 and 2 are
luckily I got Sling Blue for this.
Yeah. So no, because we had over 400,000 views for the premiere. I don't even know what episode 2 was up to. But I don't know what's happening. But join me for all these Clearwater back-to-back nights, Wednesday, October 25th, Thursday, October 26th. So me, Mama C, and Janet, Wednesday night, and then me, Johnny Bananas, and Jax Taylor on Thursday. But get tickets for all the other ones. As I said, VIP will sell it. So the whole thing with VIP is I have to have enough posters and all that. So I don't bring – so as soon as I'm about to leave, I cut off VIP. That's how that works. So that's how VIP sells out. So get your tickets. So don't be lame. All right.
Well, and I'm just gonna say, you're not gonna become part of this podcast if you go to these viewing parties, but that's honestly how I became part of this podcast. Was I became friends with Matt and Johnny, and
so did Dan
as well. Just through going to these viewing parties. I mean, that's it. That's how accessible these guys are, and the people that they bring.
If you're VIP,
if you're VIP, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If you're VIP, because you really get to hang out and talk to them, and it's that they're real people. It's so much fun. They're always a blast. So if you're anywhere in Florida, I don't know how big that state is. I rarely go, but you should drive down to.
It's about the same size as New Hampshire.
Your posters should just say, "Don't worry, Hulk Hogan will absolutely not be at his bar when Jonny Fairplay shows up." That's all your posters should say. There's no way that Hulk Hogan owns a bar and someone that's actively on reality television is doing a viewing party at his bar. There's no way he would ever go to that. There was absolutely zero chance that.
He literally said, can I get the rub, brother?
Yeah, exactly.
And 13-year-old Jonny Fairplay literally probably jizzed and cried himself.
Yeah, losing your mind.
Yeah.
I want to get 10 people that listen to this podcast to go to that and then do the Hulk pose with Hulk and tag me on Instagram. Tag me with.
Nobody has an excuse to not go. I'm driving down for both shows from North Carolina. So if you're anywhere in the state of Florida, no.
Yeah, forget any of that. Dan Montchal will pick you up. Let's go. He's going to pick you up from the Panhandle and ride you on down to Tallahassee. Where is it?
Clearwater.
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee.
I give you $4.
We're hitting Daytona. We're hitting Jacksonville. We're hitting Tallahassee.
We're not doing the towns, brother. This isn't NW. This isn't Jim Crockett Promotions.
But dude, so obviously
Ric
the last
Flair's
time
like, we're gonna be at the Marriott in Baltimore. Woo! Only the ladies.
Oh shit.
And Ric Flair's wives used to be like, "Why do you say where you're gonna be?" He's like, "No, it's wrestling, brother. It's kayfabe.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh,
don't worry about the chlamydia, brother."
oh God. So we spoke last week on the Roundtable episode 1, which we all adored, and Johnny on the Q&A was like, "Do wait till you see kind of episode 2."
Like you guys, you were just like, Johnny, you killed episode 1, like, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like, I did what I wanted to do on episode 1.
Yes.
Episode 2, I didn't want to do as much as I did, truth be told.
Yes.
But when opportunity knocks, you kick the fucking door down.
and that's 100% what you did, Johnny. So like, we know that Omarosa is, villain of the week or whatever they call that.
Super villain of the week, trademark.
Super villain of the week.
Trademark.
And she
puts up
Corinne and she puts up Jax
and Shake.
So there are
non-committal Shake.
Yeah, non-committal Shake. And so the way this show works is why I love it so much is because it's really easy for a dumbass like me to follow just how this works. So like you have these 3 people, there's a new challenge that occurs, and there's one person that will be safe, and then the 2 that lose the challenge essentially are the 2 that can be up for eviction from the house.
It's very Big Brother-y, but I felt like the first time I watched Big Brother, and I mean, you're watching the show, folks. I'm smart, right? I was a little confused the first few times I watched Big Brother. I'm just like, I feel like this is convoluted, and I felt like there was an element of this in the house that was I'm looking like from the outside looking in. I'm just like, is this I'm just like, I feel like this is Big Brother. So anyone that understands Big Brother, this is pretty simple, right?
Yeah, right.
But like as we're doing it, I'm just like, I really feel like they're dumbing this down to where no one is confused.
And that's why I love it so much, Johnny.
Joel McHale is the king of, hey, is everyone stupid? Because I'm going to treat all the talent in which they're stupid and the viewers in which they're stupid. But we all love one another and appreciate one another. Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So coming off of episode 1, I'm like so excited to watch episode 2, and I'm like, okay, give me some fair play gameplay.
The bar is set pretty high, but you're just like, can I get a little more fair play?
Yeah, exactly. So I love this because we go to this challenge that
no, prior to the challenge.
Yeah, well,
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing a walkthrough, but we have to address the elephant in the room.
Yes.
I mean, or the tiger in the room.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Carol Baskins. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, good. This I told everyone I don't take notes, so I had to be reminded of this.
Sure.
So yeah, Carol Baskins, which for those who have during COVID, I think originally was when
during
Dr.
COVID,
King first came out.
If you did not have the internet or television,
there's no way someone listening to this podcast doesn't know who Carol Baskins is.
Yeah,
you're correct.
There's absolutely no way.
I don't think there's an S. I think it's just Carol Baskin.
Okay, well, I
don't know if
names.
But I cannot answer this question because I know you're gonna pull the Matt B Cincinnati first time, long time. I do not know if her hair is 32 or 36 inches because she was not there.
Oh, dude. So yes, was this a huge surprise? Because as a viewer, I am like, oh my God, dude, like this is so epic and cool, just a fun, hilarious thing. And if I am a competitor on House of Villains and I see Carol Baskins on the TV, my mind's gonna be just like, what in the fuck did I get myself into?
Hold on, before you answer, can I guess that mostly nobody cared?
Oh no, it was a thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Number one, I'm furious because we're about. They were just like, we're gonna film this deal. Like when they do stuff like this, like we can't be. So we were locked in our rooms or whatever.
Okay.
And so they're just like, basically, we're gonna film this segment and then we're immediately going to the redemption challenge. So I was like, okay, but I'm trying to figure out my outfit. So they saw my caddy shirt and they're like, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, great. I had my Johnny Exotic shirt or Johnny Exotic tank top, which I thought would have been perfect.
Yeah.
However, the caddy shirt, because like when I put they were like, yeah, the caddy shirt did work out.
Yeah.
But I could have done a quick, because like we did go back, like we did have like 20 minutes before we left. So I could have worn the Johnny Exotic shirt and then I could have worn the caddy shirt for the deal.
Yes.
And they saw all my shirts. They're just like, we get the shirt. We love the shirt. So it's great. So the Carol Baskin thing, here's how it really goes down.
Yeah.
We sit down, Carol's on the TV, and Bananas immediately goes, oh my God, Carol Baskin, she killed her husband.
And does she hear this?
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
End of it. Okay. So Joel McHale goes, nope, we're not doing that. Sorry, Carol. We're not doing that. We're not using it. We're not saying that. No, none of that. Please. No, none of that. Everyone. No. And it's like, okay. So that is immediate.
Yeah.
Okay. So that kind of says 10 minutes. I mean, like this whole segment went about 15 minutes. Okay. 10 minutes into this thing, Bobby Lights wakes up from whatever stupor he's in. I don't know if it's, from the night before or whatever he started that morning, but 10 minutes in, he goes, guys, that's the lady that killed her husband and fed him to the tigers. That's her.
As he says that right when she's on live video feed.
10 minutes in, like we've already like Bananas already did the thing. Joe McHale goes, no, we're not doing that. No. She's talking. She's finally having fun. And then 10 minutes in, Bobby's like, guys, do you know who that is?
Oh my.
How
did she react, dude?
We're like, Bob, where were you 10 minutes ago? He goes, I don't know.
Oh my God.
See, everyone came to talk about Fairplay for this episode. I came to talk about Bobby Lights.
Everyone's here to talk about Bobby Lights.
So
Tomorrow, listen to me and Jax. It will be the Let's Talk Bobby Lights. Bobby Lights is a national treasure.
Yeah. Well, I will say
we must protect him. Like if there's another kind of like COVID thing or whatever, like I need Bobby Lights put in like some kind of like space capsule until we figure this shit out next time.
Mm-hmm. Bobby Lights was great, but I will say, Johnny, like I really enjoyed seeing your antics, and this has caused a week-long drama for me of not knowing what's going on with the future of like Jax and viewing parties and stuff like that. Yeah. Because you really kind of showed up on episode 2. But back to Carol Baskins. Did she ever get pissed off when Bobby Light said this comment?
No, she was none too happy. Yeah. And hence when it ends, they're just like, "Thank you, Carol," and she's like, "Is it over?" Thank God.
Yeah.
That's because of all the other as Banana says in episode 3, Tom fuckery.
So do you think she just got a paycheck for doing that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
As they said on RHAP's episode 2, Hit It or Quit It, they are continuing podcasting about the show. these hosts for these challenges, which are not needed in any way, are people that weren't good enough to be a part of the cast, but wouldn't it be great to sprinkle them in?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with any of that. I do have a quick Bobby Lights anecdote. So the other morning, Jessica wakes up and on Instagram Live, Bobby Lights is there. He had just gotten home at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like Jessica couldn't sleep. She goes to her Instagram. And there's Bobby Lights Live, and he is obliterated. Like he is drunk. Apparently on other stuff. He's just like, who doesn't do cocaine? I don't know if he's speaking for himself or just asking. It was a rhetorical question. So he goes to take a shower while filming himself on Instagram Live and spreads his butt cheeks apart and shows Instagram Live his butt cheeks spread apart. Farts. And then explains that he's pretty sure he shit himself. And then Jessica stops watching. Fast forward to an hour later, I go on Instagram Live and there's Bobby Lights again. He's in bed, still he looks like broken Barbie. And he goes, for those of you that called the police to do a wellness check, the police did show up and he was very cute. And Bobby Lights is in bed and everything is okay.
Wow.
Yeah, like
National
he's like
tragedy.
showing his butthole and shit on
He
this.
literally showed his butthole.
Like, come and get it, boys.
Whoever I think it's so. And then like he was on an interview show today. He's promoting this interview he did. In the middle of the interview, he just pulls out poppers and he's doing poppers in the middle of the interview.
What's poppers?
Like sex stuff.
Wow.
Just go ask Tessa. No more questions. You have to go ask Tessa, but you have to record the answer. She'll tell you all about it. You probably used poppers before when you were getting pegged. Sorry, we haven't talked about that in a while. I forgot we forgot about it. But
so dude, yeah. So the Carol
National
Baskins,
Treasure Bobby Lights.
National Treasure Bobby Lights.
Yeah, my roommate.
Yes, I
Do I have
know
the
that,
best
which
roommate?
is great. It's great.
Yes.
It was really awesome. So Carol Baskins, the whole scene I love.
Yes.
And then this takes us into this challenge to where someone can be safe, immune from the vote, correct?
One small thing before the challenge. We have Jack sitting down with Shake.
Yep.
Attempting to set him down under the learning tree is how I was not aware. I was not there for that conversation. And I was not there for the bathroom thing after in my bathroom. So,
yes.
So I had no idea what started all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just know that it went from, we were all hanging out to, we have a rivalry in the house, our second, after Corinne and Omarosa. So it's just like, whoa, like what? So what I do know is, or what I do believe is Jax was like, here's what you can do, but this took 10 years and hard work and all that. And Shake maybe didn't read it the same way and goes to my room to try to gain support, going into this redemption thing. And I'm not there. He tells Bobby Lights. Jax gets ready, is looking for me to go have a beer. And I'm not there, and overhears. Because my buddy, I have another friend in Charlotte, Michael, he was just like, because they sent him there. I was just like, no, he was ready for beer o'clock. We love beer o'clock.
Yeah.
It's our favorite thing.
You mean to tell me Shake didn't understand something?
You know what? Our Haps podcast is pretty funny because they're like, we're literally watching a baby villain grow into a villain. Yes.
I'm only sort of stoned today. I'm very tired. My basement remodel starts tomorrow, and I've been clearing out my basement for 2 days because I got back from vacation, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna come tomorrow," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I got
He's
back.
I love the question though.
Yeah,
How
Wayne
stoned are you?
Wayne is usually stoned. So
Usually that's a base level for sure.
yes. So Shake, but Jax was literally looking for me, and Shake's like, whoa, like, and Shake, of course, doesn't understand, reality 101, like, look before you talk.
Mm-hmm.
So because they got pods on Love Is Blind, you don't have to worry about that shit.
In a house that's as big as like one of our houses, maybe. Like this is a tiny house. Like everyone's around. There's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, that's a pretty big house. So anyway, so Jax is looking for me. He overhears it. So that's tough. As I said, like, but listening to Jax, so Jax has a podcast with his wife, Brittany. She was just like, "Why are you bragging about all the shit we got?"
Yeah, stop talking about our money, goddamn idiot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She goes, and Shake later says that 200 million. She goes, "Where's this money? Where's this 200 million?"
Yeah. I mean, that is pretty crazy. It's like, so like what you're saying is Jax, who is a seasoned veteran in the reality TV world, who has been doing this forever
10
and
years.
knows how to
Decade.
generate income, is trying to teach the ways to a newcomer like Shake and kind of pass the torch and say, Shake, you can make money at these things if you follow kind of my lead.
Not overnight. This takes time to cultivate.
But so Shake took it as like, you're
I'm using this shit.
You're an asshole. Yeah. Like all you're doing is like throwing your shit
around. The
around.
crazy thing is, like, he's walking up to these people. Me and Shake are the only two people in the house that are not making $100,000 a month off Instagram.
Yeah, right.
So like he goes, "Hey, can you believe this guy's making $450,000 off Cameo?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's what I make."
Yeah. Johnny Bananas like only 450. Like
wow, I guess he declined some. I don't know.
Yeah, Johnny goes up to him. Hey, Jax, let me take you under my wing.
you want to learn how to make $600,000 off Instagram or off Cameo? So literally, like every morning, you see like me, Bananas, and we're doing our stupid cameos against the wall,
right?
like taking turns. When someone finishes, the next person goes.
That is so gnarly. So speaking of cameos, so like if obviously, like I've been with you many times, Johnny, where you're recording tons of cameos. You do this all the time. The difference between your rate of cameo versus someone like Jax, is that a significant difference?
Yeah, or I think I'm like $24 or something, and Jax is 151.
So now that House of Villains is kind of becoming a more
I'm bumping it up.
You're going to be so for the holiday season. Jonny Fairplay's cameos. If you want to get a cameo now, where
if
the
you need
price
a Christmas
is right,
cameo, I suggest this week.
Yeah, because it's going to be going up. That's fascinating. God, I wish I would have played Survivor back in the Pearl Islands days, to where I could be.
Or just been better when you played.
That's true. That's true. Right.
I mean,
on.
you did get your ass whooped by
Francesca. I get it. Okay. But so that is kind of the dilemma. Is like Shake is looking at Jax as the high school bully and painting that picture of like.
Is he?
I don't know.
I'm friends with both of them, and like what you see later in the episode, like the hot tub deal.
Yeah.
Is like, I mean, like they took out so much. Holy moly! That's a whole. We're going to get to that discussion a little later. But no, Jax. So Shake did not come to the premiere. So Jax we were all there at the premiere except for the purple carpet deal, except for Shake. And I'm going to be in Florida. Shake lives in Florida. He ain't coming to Clearwater.
Because why?
Jax will go to jail the next time he sees Shake in public.
So they hate each other.
One of them does.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's just like Jax has Shake blocked on social media. And they did this like Barbie reenactment of the elimination thing. We're like, you a demon.
Wow.
So has Jax hated Shake this much since filming, or is it something that it's grown and grown since?
No, filming. No,
Okay.
like they don't show like the production. We have produced like it's bad. It's real bad. Yeah, I've told you the Borat thing, but we'll get there. Like so, we have sabotage before then.
Yeah. So at this point, is this where we go, Johnny, to the challenge? That
Yes.
okay. So we go to this like racetrack type deal. We see a Shelby Mustang.
Oh yeah.
And everyone is like,
this is Jax's thing. He's a member of the Shelby Car Club.
so this is perfect. So production must have known that this was gonna get Jax's fucking dick hard by showing a race car driver on this.
Two for two on giving Jax a hard on for no reason. Because like the ball's out, he's like, boom, I just won.
Yeah.
Watch.
Right.
I can beat all these people. No problem with my physical, mentally, physically thing.
So this is the beauty thing because it is showing Jax like, oh my God, it's going to be a Shelby car driving challenge where Jax.
Yeah, they're going to let Corinne drive a Shelby car.
Yeah.
That's what, once again on Jackson and Brittany's podcast, Reality Hits. Check it out. Press subscribe. They are, well, they're number one. So I guess you could be like number 1+1, but please subscribe. It's a really fun podcast. And I haven't met Brittany yet because it just hasn't worked out time wise. Like when we were in LA, she was in Kentucky with the kid, with the family and stuff. So I'm anxiously looking forward because she was just like, can you do one of these things here at Jax's thing? So we're going to make it work. I can't wait to meet Brittany, but I hear her and then I have my fiance, Jessica, very, very similar. So I understand, like, because Jax is always just beyond nice to Jessica and myself, when we're out, and so and it's appreciated. But I see like that's I see the familiarity that there is. But she was just like she goes, they're not letting you guys drive a car. Why were you excited?
Yeah, dude.
Why did you think to be excited?
Well, I think this was totally meant for this moment of Jax, who has a car collection in his fucking garage,
of course,
to be like, yeah, dude, Shelby too.
He has a
stupid golf cart coming.
He has a 65 Mustang. We'll find out tomorrow all the cars he has. But once again, this isn't, this guy was gifted this stuff. This guy busted his ass.
Yeah, he earned it. No, I totally get it. But I love the fact that it's like wah wah wah.
Yeah.
Golf cart time.
Yes.
And so everyone, so you have a blindfold on the competitors.
Yes.
And then the competitors, Jax, Shake, and Corinne, get to pick someone else in the House of Villains cast to be their eyes to kind of walk them through this coned obstacle course thing on the racetrack.
Okay, so what they don't show, and what they're wondering on the other podcast, excuse me, we have production there, we have legal there. They're going to, so it's filmed. There's witnesses. We're all there. They have to pull out of a bag numbers between 1 and 3 to see who gets to pick their person and drive first.
Okay.
Wow. So Shake was first.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jax was second, and then Corinne is third. So when Jax and when Corinne and Bobby finish, when he goes, I think you beat him, and it's just like, he's saying that beat me and Jax.
Okay.
That's what that meant there. So, but yeah, so Shake picked first. He picked bananas, and Shake said, he goes, I would have picked bananas.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then he's just like, well, he goes, well, Fairplay knows cars, and people are just like, does Fairplay knows cars? We were talking about the Volkswagen thing.
Oh, okay.
Out there. So he's just like, well, he at least knows that.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Fairplay knows a car exists. Oh, he can do this.
Well, of the available options,
car exists.
Okay, if you're not choosing me, who are you? What are you picking? Bobby Lights?
No,
I'm picking Tanisha.
Tanisha would have been the best pick for him.
For sure. Yeah.
So I don't know if she drives, but I think she can say left and right.
Yeah, she'll tell you left and right. She'll yell at you when you're being stupid, and you'll laugh. It'll be real fun.
Yeah.
Make a loop.
Yeah. That was a big loop. Just do a big loop, because I'm just like, I was like, has it been enough time? I'm just like,
so did you, okay.
We're literally like straight at the end of the thing. I'm like, do a big loop.
So I want to ask you this. So question number one is, were you excited that you got picked by somebody for this role in the challenge?
Oh, this is all I like. This is what I'm as said on Naked and Afraid by Jeff. This is what I live for.
Okay.
This is why Jonny Fairplay is in the House of Villains. I said, like, I mean, you heard the production there, it's just like, do you think Jonny Fairplay sabotaged you? It's like, no. And, production's like, you do know that this is what he does, right? Like this is it. This is what Jonny Fairplay, like, I felt
my manager told me I should have watched those shows.
True. Oh my God. We'll get there.
So did you know, Johnny, did you have in your head right here, like, okay, if someone picks me right now, I'm going to completely sabotage them, or was this totally on the fly because Jax was the person that picked you, that you were like, I want to sabotage Jax?
No, it was on the fly because we didn't know that we would have the ability to help or sabotage. Yes. So when we find out, like, as soon as they say it, I'm just like, I'm like, give me Jax.
Yeah. So this was like, couldn't have been better, any better.
Here's what they don't show. And me and Jax are going to get into it. Jax got there and he was just like, this ain't the show for me. He was like, it was just like, he goes, I'm not the guy. Like, I didn't come here to fight anyone. You know, I don't do reality competition shows. Like you got, like, he goes, it's more than obvious I'm out of my element. That first challenge showed it. He's like, I should have won that. The fact that I like, probably came in last place means this he was just like, I don't want this, I don't need this, send me home. And I'm like, okay, not a problem. He goes, but let's hang out. I'm just like, okay, well, hey, this guy's not a threat, because so many people are just like, dude, you guys seem tight, why wouldn't you use him as your meat shield? And I'm just like, because the dude is literally saying, I don't want to be here. So, but then he changed his mind a couple times. So he'll be like, he's like, hey, I changed my mind. I want to stay. Can you help me? I'm like, yes. Let's go talk to Omarosa. So we sit down with Omarosa. She goes, Fairplay vouches for you. What do you got? He goes, so I want to stay. She's like, great. He goes, I don't want to do like an alliance per se. And she goes, oh, okay. What does that mean? He goes, look, I'm with you guys or whatever you need to tell yourselves or whatever. But like when it comes time to vote, I'm just going to just do whatever I'm thinking. Like I'm going to get all squirrely. Like I don't,
Wow.
And Omarosa's like, all right, well, I've heard all I need to hear. And so she's like, Fairplay, why'd you bring it? I'm sorry. I don't. Like, I felt like I had a different conversation going into this.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to play reality TV based on reality television rules. He was just like, dude, I like you, and and if you're working with other people, I'm willing to work with them, but not like work with them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you got to work with them. Like
that's crazy. So he didn't even want to be there. So you end up obviously sabotaging him.
Not in a negative way. He was just like, this is just too, like, this is not what I thought this would be.
Yeah, totally different scenario.
He has literally not watched 1 second of Survivor or Big Brother or The Challenge. Never.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I mean, like he films Vanderpump Rules, which is very time consuming. And like, like him and his wife watch The Office.
Yeah. Wow, must be nice to be Jax. I would love not watch reality television.
Like, are you so jealous?
Yeah, I'm like, wow, this guy sounds like my best friend. Like, I don't want to watch any fucking shows.
I loved it.
Podcast about any of this shit.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness, so,
and then like right before the hit list, like the when they're actually when we finally get an elimination or whatever, like 10 minutes before then, he goes, you know what, Fairplay, I've thought about it. I think I want to stay. I was like, all right, well, I mean, I've got 10 minutes. I mean, I'm glad you didn't wait till the last minute. Who should I talk to now and promise a non-committal alliance?
So how obvious was it when you're making Jax drive around in circles, you're sabotaging him? Was he totally clueless? Because I know you call him an idiot.
Yeah, no. So the episode, we get the episode early.
Yes.
You know. So I watched it like Saturday night or whatever. And I texted him like 6 times, you know, before the Boston gig. And I'm just like, I am so sorry about, and he was just like, he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, have you watched the episode? He's like, no, I don't want to. I'm just like, I'm just like, he's like, dude, it's fine. Like it's a TV show. Who cares? I'm like, okay. Yeah. So then he arrives in Boston for the viewing part, or he arrives in Boston, comes over to Brett LaBelle from Survivor's house. So we're hanging out, but you know, before we go to the venue. Yeah. And I'm just like, once again, I just, you know, I feel bad, like watch. And he was just like, he goes, what are you talking about? And Brett's like, you haven't watched the show? He goes, yeah, I don't watch the show. He's just like, oh. And I'm just like, just know that I'm sorry. And he's like, all right, whatever. We watched the episode live in Boston, you know, packed house, the greatest bar in Boston, and it's nuts. And like, you know, so like I have the video I'm going to put out tomorrow, which, you know, be later today for those of you watching this. He was just like, dude, I flew from LA to Boston for the, like, dude. And I'm like, I tried to tell, he goes, yeah, he goes, I thought you were apologizing for doing bad in the challenge.
Oh my God. So he has no idea at the viewing party that you sabotage him until he watches this.
Yes.
So you sabotage him, and then there's a confessional where you basically call Jackson an idiot. It's hilarious. It's classic Jonny Fairplay. I knew you were
prodded by the producer on that. I was prodded.
So
it doesn't take a lot of prodding. Don't get me wrong. But
how did he react, Johnny, live in Boston?
He threw a bottle of, like, I go upstairs and he throws a bottle of ketchup, misses me, and hits the DJ in the head, who's none too happy.
Oh my God. So there's just a DJ at this club that's just kind of just the house DJ. He gets a ketchup bottle thrown. Do you then walk up to him, Jackson, say, dude, I'm sorry again? Yeah, I know there's a picture of you kind of
yeah.
So explain to me what goes on after the ketchup bottle.
It's tense. I'm going to post the video, which for those of you watching, like on Tuesday, I'll be posting the video later today. Like, so no, it's very, very awkward. Like, I mean, like, because I am sorry, and honestly, like, we weren't cool for like a couple of days. At like there was a possibility Jax was not coming to Clearwater, Charlotte, Cincinnati, and where?
Well, that's what you were saying. Like the next day, you're he is not happy.
Yeah. Well, he's just like, I'm not coming.
So does time heal all wounds?
He's like, call bananas. I'm not coming.
So where are you at right now?
We're great. As I said, like, he just needed us. Like, as I said, he just didn't understand. Like, it was a bit much because as you see, like, you know, it's just like, you know, the producer's like, you know, do you think Jonny Fairplay sabotaged you? And he was just like, no. And she's like, you know, you are aware that's what he does. He's like, did he sabotage me? And she's like, well, that's, you know, kind of his shtick. And he was just like, well, the way we do this on Vanderpump Rules, you go to someone's face, you look them eye to eye, and you ask them, and they tell you. Yeah. And so he walks up to me and goes, hey, did you say it? I'm like, no. He goes, all right, let's drink.
Yep.
And he was just like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, have you seen you? Like, never. Absolutely not. Dude. And he was like, well, that's what men do. I'm like, men that look like you do that. Not that men that look like me. We don't. Never.
Yeah. Wow. So he believes you when you said, and you lied straight to his face, and I love that you said no. Well, I did not sabotage you.
Yeah, it's just Fairplay-esque. This is what I do. I mean,
I know.
Like his manager said, you should have like honestly, if he had read 3 sentences about Johnny Fairplay, and we got our phones at night. If he had read 3 sentences, it would have been like, backstabber, greatest strategist ever, greatest lie ever. Like it's just like, oh, he might be lying.
So he should have thrown the ketchup bottle at himself for being dumb for not
listen. I if I were Jax, I probably would have been pretty upset too.
No,
fish out of water, brother. Fish out of water.
It would hurt feelings. Like it's one of those things where yes, it's a TV show, but you do make bonds. And I know you were sweated Fairplay. I mean, we've been on this podcast on the Q&A, etc. And it's not like, yes, you are a villain. That this is what Johnny Fairplay does, but at the same time, you also love people.
I love Jax Taylor.
So you're not wanting to cause like this long-term turmoil off something that happened.
No, he is a sweetheart. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a great. He's the number 1 guy in the group 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, and I can see
this is just a bad group.
Yeah. So Wayne and Dan, we see episode 1 Fairplay, and we see episode 2 Fairplay where he's really playing the game. Are both of you at this point like excited of what you're seeing? Wayne, you go first.
Oh, I mean, I'm excited to see that there's actual gameplay because there's a lot of people here that could just not play the game and just be on TV, but they're like, seems like everyone's pretty much involved except for like Shake. They're playing like some sort of game. Even Jax is like said he'll work with you. So overall in the show, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a show, like a real reality competition show, and it's gonna be campy and cheesy and fun as shit. And yeah, I mean, I was pretty excited coming in for Fairplay's chances, and I'm still excited, but I'm seeing there's more people playing the game than I thought there would be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Jax's pitch to Tanisha is just like, she's like, what are you offering? He's like, I'll never vote you out. She was like, great. And,
great.
What I think they don't show you is, okay, well, I'm going to have the exact same conversation with everyone else here.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, sweetie. So you're not voting anyone out? Is that what I took from this 10 minutes of, just looking at your beautiful face and this wonderful promise, and you're literally going to say the same thing to everyone else here? It's like, yes.
Right.
And she's like, all right, well.
So beautiful dummy.
So we all know
the sexiest douchebag she's ever met.
We all know that Fairplay had a really great episode. Now, Dan, you were definitely quick to point out your love of Bobby Lights of this season. So I want to get some insight on what happens with Bobby Lights, and give me your love affair that you have with him, especially through this episode.
Well, I just think that we've talked about it before, is every time that Bobby Lights is on the screen, he takes over. It's his show, and it's just great TV. I mean,
episode 3, Bobby Lights. Get ready.
But it's just entertaining, and it's what we're missing from reality TV. Not to jump ahead, but we go later and we see everything that he does later in the episode. Was any of that smart for his game?
Let's
Absolutely
talk. Let's break it down.
Terrible.
This is not a like talking like play by play. Talk about Bobby Lights. All of a sudden, he's in the hot tub. Everyone's partying. Johnny's drinking. Everyone's partying, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Bobby Lights decides to go up to New York's room and kind of just fucking go off. So explain to me this.
Well, see, so my favorite part and what I want to see, I'm hoping to keep seeing as the season goes on, is Bananas is the perfect person to gaslight him, because Bananas knows exactly what he's doing. He knows, hey, if I keep poking Bobby's going to make a scene. And I think what we're going to see throughout the season, I'm hoping anyway, is that Bananas doesn't have to poke that hard to have Bobby make a scene.
No. Honestly, you could poke Bobby with a cotton ball, and he's like, I'm ready.
Dude.
So this part once again is edit. I mean, you have to edit this stuff to fit it all on the television. This is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in the history of reality television. So we're in the hot tub. He goes, I'm going to New York's room. And it's like, all right, Bobby. And he was just like, should I go? And prior to that, he goes like, he's just chugging Reposada, Casamigos Reposada, just literally chugging it. And he's like, have you guys ever chugged a beer? And we're like, yeah. He's like, no. Like, opened a beer and drank all of it at once. I'm like, yeah, it's called chugging a beer. You guys have done that? And we're like, yeah.
You know, like every week on the podcast, bro.
Yeah, like as he is literally downing a fifth of Casamigos by himself almost. So anyway, so he's just like, I'm going to New York's room. It's like, okay. So Bananas is there to add fuel to the fire. So he gets up, he's like, and the production's like, whoa, we got to mic you. He goes, I don't have time for that. He goes, if you do that, I'm going to forget everything. It's just like, well, no, we need to mic. He goes, no time. So he's literally running while production is trying to mic him and attach some to his, like, it is insanity.
Yeah.
Gets to the he has a joint in his hand, gets to the T-Rex, and you only catch the tail end of this. He sees T-Rex, he goes, oh, not you, motherfucker. He cuts a 5-minute promo on the T-Rex. He hates the He's the worst person in the house, and he's sending him home, and he ends the promo but with putting a joint out on the T-Rex's foot, and then he hugs it, and then that's where we pick up. And Bananas like, yeah, New York. He's like, yeah, because the whole time we're just like, New York. He's like, no, you don't understand what he's been saying. He's like, what?
Dude.
So yes, 5-minute promo on the T-Rex. Go upstairs, cuts the promo. Then he does this whole thing, goes back into the room, cut out. He goes, take 2, does it all again. We're losing our minds. We're just like, this motherfucker just take 2'd. I have never in the history of reality television seen someone take 2'd. So if you thought New York was pissed before, she was extra pissed at take 2. She's like, this motherfucker's take 2 on me.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. It was like we are like, it was like, I have never in my entire life seen anything like this. Is masterclass. I do what I do. Bobby does what he does.
Yeah. And he's like just creating
chaos.
This
he's
scene
an agent of chaos.
Yeah. So nothing was even happening, and he got New York fired up. It's crazy.
Well, and I think someone like Bobby, it's perfect for Fairplay being in there, because obviously Jax doesn't know that he was sabotaged. But if Johnny were to make a move later on the season, who knows if that happens or not, he can almost make his move and then go back into the shadows, and boom, Bobby Lights comes popping out and sets the house on fire.
Yeah.
Bobby Lights was not allowed to have matches.
No, probably smart.
Bobby Lights' joints were lit for him.
But yeah, I mean, this episode, I mean, seeing this Bobby Lights creating drama scene, Fairplay's sabotage and line directly right to the face of Jax, knowing that Johnny Fairplay is doing a viewing party in Boston with Jax. Johnny, after the ketchup bottle throwing, do you guys kiss and make up, or how does this awkward interaction happen?
It's a big hug. Once again, I love Jax. I think Jax loves me. Jax has never been anything other than a gentleman and supportive to me and my family.
Yes.
I love him and his family as well. So it's a game. It's just not as we all have weapons in the tool chest.
Mm-hmm.
Jax has a weapon for House of Villains. He has multiple weapons for House of Villains. He doesn't want, I was listening to, the other podcasts, and they were just like, you're in House of Villains, like villain. Like, that's what you signed up for. Not so fast. This whole thing was pitched to us. They're like, hey, do you want to prove you're the greatest villain of all time? Or do you want to set the record straight and show that you're not a villain?
Wow. That's fascinating. That's a fascinating
yes.
kind of way to look at it.
So yeah, that was like it wasn't, prove you're the biggest scumbag ever, you know. Are you a different person than you were then? Or do you feel like you got a bad edit? Here is your opportunity to write a different story.
Yeah.
So,
wow, that's
Jax's
nuts.
idea was to right that wrong. Like he's just like, look, I was a horrible person. I'm married now with a kid. Those things will change you. They will.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
some of us fall back, but not Jax. So I mean, like I understand people have problem grasping that concept, but that's what Jax signed up for. And I applaud him for that.
He signs up for it, and so Shake ends up being safe, right? So we end up seeing in the villain's lair.
Hang on real quick, Matt, before we get there. Johnny, can you tell us more about the interaction between Jax and Shake in the pool? Because that's
I was going to say that.
No. If you want to save it for Jax tomorrow.
Save it for Jax.
Save it for tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he wants to talk about it.
It's a tease. Make him talk about it. People are going to listen to talk villain to me.
Yeah. So there's a big kind of butting of heads between Jax and Shake because
it is much more severe than what you saw.
Wow, I can't wait to hear it on your Talk Film to Me pod. But so the way that so episode 2 ends, no one has gone home.
No one ever goes home. Everyone's just like, when is someone? No one ever. We're still there. Well, I haven't left. I'm in a different dimension right now that allows me to do this podcast.
Here's the other thing is, I love Jax. There's no way Corinne's going home, right? Like I can't imagine. Oh my God, don't make that face at me.
I have no idea how this goes down, and so what we do see is these like jump seat airplane chairs where there's like seat belts and roller coaster straps.
We have no clue, and I keep reading online what people think that means, and I don't think I've seen one correct assumption yet. It is frightening.
So we're gonna find out episode 3. Someone is going to go home. And
hopefully, maybe that's just a joke, and they never vote anybody out. They just actually never vote anybody out of the show.
And for those there's, I've heard the complaints about. They're just like, oh my God, no one ever goes. Blah blah blah. Like we made. Listen, folks. There's only 10. Like it's not like Big Brother where we start with like
35 people,
18 people, or Australian Survivor. We start with 22 people. Like it's 10
with 2 high school football teams.
Yeah.
Well, what I like about this, you guys, this is why I like the simplicity of it. I like the fact that I've seen these big personalities on my TV screen now for 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to, even if someone that I love goes home, I've gotten to see them. The only person I really haven't seen is that like Russian chick.
Oh, don't worry. That's Jessica lost her mind laughing at episode 3.
Because I don't know what her deal is at all.
Yeah, don't worry. It will be addressed. I'm not saying it changes. I'm just saying it will be addressed.
It'll be addressed.
Yeah.
So
go ahead, Dwayne.
My thought. Sorry, what I was saying is I really like that I actually like that they haven't voted people out, because these are all like, these aren't just survivors, which is just a bunch of nerds that watch Survivor. These are like people that we have loved on our hated, loved, however you live your life.
Icons.
Whatever people on TV. So it's like, God, I would be so bummed out, honestly, if I tune in to watch this show and first episode and one of you is already gone.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
I get 45 minutes of even the people I don't know. I'm like, oh God. But you had
no idea who Bobby Lights was going into this. Imagine turning on your television and not seeing Bobby Lights now.
Bobby Lights
I'm the same way.
All of a sudden. And like I've reminded how much I love New York. Like that she needs to be on TV all the time, every day. She needs a talk show. She is so good. She's so funny and so good.
I mean, I love she just calls out Corinne. Like, she just comes downstairs to fight. Like, I'm just like, wow. And then she calls Jack.
I like this girl. She gets me coffee. You a demon.
Yeah, like, I mean,
you got a black heart. You a demon.
Like, honestly, her and Jax literally had like 3 conversations the entire time, and I think you've seen like 2 of them, and they're very heartfelt and great. And then she was just like, "Nah, fuck that."
Okay.
Like, I take back everything I said and everything.
Well, she just say that because she's got Corinne who's like doing tasks for her, and like it's a good. But here's the thing. One of the things she says is like, "Oh, I get as much bathroom time as I want or whatever," and it's like. But if you vote her out, you have your room to yourself. Like you have all of the bathroom time.
Well, the best part about it is every time both of them leave the room, Shake goes and shits in their bathroom. Is my favorite.
Oh
part.
my
so
god!
Disgusting.
They are so triggered by that now. They're just like,
it's really gross.
So,
but yeah, episode 2 is killer. I can't wait to see what happens on episode 3. And for those that want to hear the Talk Villain to Me podcast.
Yeah,
with Jonny Fairplay interviewing Jax.
It'll be at this
wait.
point later today at noon, youtube.com/after show, or then after the fact, I'll immediately upload it.
12 hours.
Reality After Show with Jonny Fairplay, Talk Villain to Me. Look it up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you do your podcast audio listening. And we did a Q&A just now, and we gave a little some extra kind of behind the scenes dirt on House of Villains at realitypatron.com. But this is nuts. I'm
having more fun. Just so you know, I love Survivor, right? Like I played Survivor Caramoan, been a longtime fan, been doing the podcast with Johnny for 5 years or more at this point. The House of Villains stuff is just such a breath of fresh air on reality TV that's just different. It's like just fun for me to watch, and to be doing this podcast with you guys. It's killer and just fun and lighthearted. And with the crazy fucked up world we live in, it's just fun to just escape and laugh at New York or Bobby Lights, or hearing on the Q&A about Bobby Light's Instagram live butthole shit. This is what I love. I get to drink Rheingeist IPAs with my bros, talking about the hottest reality TV show going on right now. And if you want to see Jonny Fairplay along with other House of Villains cast members, it's villaintix.com and survivortix.com. Takes you to the same place, you guys. But that's where you get tickets to all of Johnny's live events. And we will be back, the 4 of us, next week for episode 3 Roundtable. And Dan, Wayne, Johnny, this is a blast. And thanks everyone for joining us on this ride. That's so awesome. And we will see you. We'll see you next week on the pod.
Woo!
Cheers, everybody. We love you.
Everybody.
Bam.